This is News Channel 11 at 5:30.
Changes are on the way to some animal shelter operations in our region. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sarah Diamond.
I'm Josh Smith. After years of working together, the city of Kingsport and Sullivan County announced plans to separate shelter operations. This decision really paves the way for a new shelter on Stone Drive in Kingsport. But shelter president Tom Parham told Elizabeth Kubel last month that new shelter came to a standstill after the county didn't fund construction of the new building. Well, Parham sat down with Elizabeth today.
This decision to reorganize Pet Works, Parham tells me, really helps propel those plans for a new shelter forward, because he says for now that project will be a City of Kingsport project with help from private donors. And while the new shelter will be a downsized one, both Parham and a local animal shelter volunteer that I spoke to today both tell me that it is really needed. Shelter volunteer and self-proclaimed animal lover John Wyatt says he tries to make trips to the Kingsport location about twice a week.
Just have some hands-on time, some face time with the animals.
It's a shelter that will soon see some operational changes.
I think it's a good idea.
With city and county leaders announcing Thursday plans to reorganize Pet Works.
We have two shelters. We have one in Kingsport and one in Belleville. That lets us separate the operations of those two.
A decision Pet Works President Tom Parham says allows plans to move forward to build a new shelter, though a now downsized one on Stone Drive.
I'm pleased that we're at this step and that we didn't just back off and give up.
Coming after the Sullivan County Commission didn't fund the construction of the new building in its recent budget.
We could not participate in that. And it's purely economical.
Moving forward, the separation does mean the shelters will have to restrict intake, only taking in animals from each respective area. But it won't have an impact on visitation or adoption.
I think the main thing they'll see is a movement forward for the construction of a new shelter.
One Parham says will be designed to easily expand, an option Mayor Venable says he isn't ruling out.
If we determine that that location and that operation meets our county citizens' needs, we're always open to go back and we always have that invitation.
So what are some of the next steps? Well, the Sullivan County Commission will have to consider a proposal to withdraw from the Pet Works partnership, and Mayor Venable, when I spoke to him today, told me he expects that to come up at their November meeting. Live in the Kingsport newsroom tonight, Elizabeth Kubel, News Channel 11 in your corner.
Elizabeth, thanks. Now the separation of city and county shelter operations will become final by December 31st.